今回はがっつり戦闘かな。
Super close one.
どれぐらいいいんだろうな。こっちも味方多いな。
今のはなんだ。こっちだ。
うん、相変わらず多いな。弓狙いに行こうか。てかめちゃめちゃおるな。あ、痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。
I've gotta push myself further.
いた。あここ消えてるな。何が原因かわからんけど。痛い。
You don't want to make me mad.
無理や。魔法強すぎるわ。
So, you had enough yet?
ああ、鶏が。
Here it comes! I guess this is goodbye, huh?
ああ、
I sure screwed that one
一
up.
掃できるね。
I can fight too, you know.
忙しいんだな。
I really gotta do better than that.
リグモールと話す。農場は確保した。次は
We need to push on and take the heights near the well, dividing Leywin's forces.
よし、ついてきて。あれ、なんか服の色が変わったぞ。
Okay.
違うか。光の加減
Hey,
か。
let's take those heights. Onward to victory.
井戸の近くの高台にあるカタパルトを始末する。
Hey, you ready?
今のはなんだ。
You don't want to make me mad.
息の死んでしまえ。
You're messing with the wall.
攻撃ヒット時の画面のブラーがちょっと きついかな。もうちょっと緩い方がいいかな。
埋めてやる。
あ、やっぱほらな、こういう策があるはずないよな。いた。
戦闘準備だ。戦闘準備をしろ。
これで終わりか。
Hope you have sweet dreams.
他に敵はいないけど、なんか馬乗ってるやつおる。
It's your turn now. No need to panic.
こいつなんか違う雰囲気。関係ない人やったかな、これもしかして。まあいいや、行こう行こう。
I'll take care of you. Lend me your strength.
あ、いた。リゴモルさん、頭に矢刺さってるけど。こちらは絶好調だし勢いに乗っている。今すぐ橋を確保しましょう。
Okay. On me to way to victory.
ウェイを占領して橋を確保する。おお。
with you. Here it comes. That's it. Go on.
今スカイリムの元界隈でもモーション系がすごい熱いですけどね。なんだっけ MCO か ADXPMCO って書いてるスカイ SA の統計モッドらしいんですけど ADR とどう違うのかよくわからないんですよね何がどう違うんだろう。で日本語で解説してるところが全然ないんですよね。自分でもちょっといっぺん導入してみたんですけど何が違うかよくわかんないんだよな。そもそもスカイ SA と ADR のどう具体的に違うかもよく分かってないしね。とりあえず今はABR 使ってるんですけどそのうちちゃんと調べてやってみたいなと思うんですけどね。誰か詳しい人いないかなどっか載ってないかな。あれ
少年を叩き直してやる。
魔法が強い。
Go on.
一日中続けても構わないぞ。
I don't want any trouble. I'm here. Stay strong, okay? Sorry, but we're in a rush.
全部倒したかな。味方がいないな。あ、来た来た。いやーすごい数やったな。50ぐらいおったんちゃうか。あ、めっちゃエア持ってるやん。あ、いらんの持ってるいらんもん拾ったな。これでリグモールが多分来るのかな。あ、来てる来てる。リグモール矢がすごい数になってんな。もう終わったも同然ね。何を考えているの。もうすぐ家に帰れるわ。もう終わったも同然ね。
It's all like a dream. I need to figure out what to
とりあえ
do
ず
next.
矢を抜くべきちゃうか。レイアウィンが敗北した今セティウスはもう終わりよ。
Dragonborn, what are we gonna do now?
町に進軍するといい。もうあなたのもの。
Cyrodiil deserves better than that.
それにアンビルとスキングラードからの支援もある。
With Morag gone, maybe Sethius will sue for peace. He
これは
wasn't
もう終
all
わ
that bad
り
an emperor.
に向かってるのかな。リグモール、彼は強奪者、山賊の王よ。信用ならないわ。彼は処刑されて罪を償うのがふさわしい。彼が生き残ったのはブラックエールを和平交渉に送り出したからに過ぎない。これにしよう。
If only we could just go home, stop the fighting, live a normal life again.
もう後には引けないわ。乗りかかった船よ。残念ながらもう止まれない。言ってくれれば家まで連れて帰る。残念ながらもう止まれない。
It's over. We have won the war. Fort Nickel has fallen. Leowin has surrendered. Skingrad's arrival has forced Charl back behind his walls.
Emberville?
Bravel abstained. He turned his army around
Oh,
and
完全
returned to
勝利。
Bravel without a fight.
いや味方が優秀やでな。このクインタスもそうやし、カマエ
You
ヤス
too,
も
Cameas.
ユンゴロもな。
Countess, the Legion stands ready.
It doesn't feel right marching into the city. The citizens have put up with enough bloodshed
あ、一
these
旦野
past
営
years.
すんの。
Let's make camp. Try to clear some of this mess out while I think about what to do next.
I
もう
understand.
すぐ目の前にテートあんねん
Count
けどな。
Cameas, you have
ここで
proven
野営すん
yourself
ね
a
や。
trustworthy ally. I shan't forget. And I accept your apology on behalf of the Dominion for my father's death.
Countess?
No.
リグモールが立派になったな。
Won't you stay until I have decided what to do next?
なんかこう話が進んでくるとリグモールに対するちょっと嫌悪感ってほどじゃないけど、なんかなんやろ印象が変わってきたな。
Please, feel free to take
だい
your
ぶ今
time.
いい感じになってますよね。
Sorella and Angie should be waiting for your safe return.
あ、そういやアンジーま
It's
だ
been
出
an honor
て
to
きてない
fight
よな。
alongside you.
あとバーレン
If
ダ
you
ー
ever
だな。
need me for anything, you know where to find me. Goodbye, Guardian. Rigmor?
Okay, ready to make camp. I want everyone rested and ready. Take care of
じゃ
the
あ一旦
wounded.
野営になるん
Let's
だ
start
な。
clearing this place up. Looters are to be executed on sight.
A low rider approaches.
お、なんやろ。
I bring a message for the Lady Rigmor, Countess of Bruma.
Dragonborn.
近づく伝言。ブラックウェルの伝言。あ、こっちか。リグモール女伯爵。皇帝よりあなたを宮殿に招待するよう指示があった。我々の置かれた不運な状況に終止符を打つべく話し合いの場を設けるためだ。モラグの死去、そしてレイヤウィンの敗北と彼の陰謀の失敗によるシロディールの政治情勢の変化について、お互い分かり合えるものと考える。大変申し訳ないが、そちらの軍隊を帝都に進軍させないようお願いする。あなたがごく普通の実り多き生活に戻りたいだけだというのは重々承知している。私の言葉でよければそれを保証できるし、ブルーマはこのまま自由都市としてあり続けられる。さらに我々が戦いを終わらせた暁には皇帝は自らの名において次のことを約束された。レイヤウィン伯爵の追放、ロベルド・メダリウスの追放、コロール伯爵の叱責でええんや。シェイディンハル伯爵の叱責、クインタス元帥の赦免。元帥やったんクインタスすげえな。シロディールはもちろんのこと、厄介な暗い時代にある帝国の自由と繁栄を回復するため、守護者には皇帝の命によりレイヤウィンが授与される。守護者、自分のこと？レイヤウィンもらえんの？そういうわけで申し訳ないが、明日の朝に帝国宮殿までお越しいただきたい。実行可能な条件や必要な修正条項について議論し合い合意できれば帝国市民にふさわしい永続的な平和を取り戻すことができるだろう。レイヤウィンくれるんですか？皇帝は和平協定を望んでいる。明日の朝会談のために宮殿に行く。
I'm prepared to make a peace deal. I never wanted any of this.
これは和平結んで終わりになるのかな？予言はどうなるの？
Screw the prophecy, old wives' tales and hocus pocus. I'm in no mood for it.
今すぐ決める必要はないわ。火のそばでみんなと合流しましょう。
I would like that.
いやでも多分まだなんかあるやろな。エイモンと話す。エイモン
Tish!
ん？エイモンってどんな人やったっけ？あ、こいつか。戦いの最中にギルドを見かけたけど礼を言う機会がなくて、ああ戦士ギルドの。
No need, my friend. I feel invigorated again. It's been some time since I had a purpose to do anything at all. Lady Rigmor needs my service, just as her father offered his, to help us fight the Dominion to a standstill during the Resistance. I feel
これなんでやろな、カメラ
obliged to return
なん
the favor.
何のカメラのやつやろな、こんなになっちゃうの。
Did you know my father, Eamon?
Not personally. He arrived later in our struggle after the Empire betrayed us.
で
The
エイ
war
ム
had
めっちゃ
been
声が
raging
ちっちゃい
for
な、
some time.
こいつだけ。
If only Meade had kept his nerve after Narafin was defeated at the Battle of the Red Ring, maybe we would not have had to fight another 5 years alone. I don't think the Dominion accounted for the fact we would never surrender.
ギルドで聞いた乾きの行軍だけど、その後どうなったの？
After we crossed the desert, we regrouped in Skyrim. At this time, only Hagath held out from Arenalia's forces. She followed us over the desert, and by the time she made camp outside the walls, Decianus had arrived with his legion and volunteers from High Rock, Skyrim, all over.
当然戦いがあったのね。
That was a bloody day. Although we lost the city, it was the beginning of the end for Arenalia. By the time Meade had won in Cyrodiil, we had
アラン
retaken
ネルヤと
Skyrim
かスカベン
and
と
pushed
か
her all the way back
見
across
慣れ
the
ない名
desert.
前が急に出てきてよくわからんのだが、それから
Then the White Gold Conquerdat happened, and the Empire abandoned us to the Dominion. They thought they could get away with murder, and began to ethnically cleanse the South, consolidating their gift from Meade.
次は違うな。
What?
誰か来てない人がいる？おやおや座んのかな。あれちゃうな。
After we
これ聞いたし
followed
な。
us over the desert.
どうやら例によって例のごとくみたいでクエストが進まないんで、これで OK やろ。はい。
So what's your story, Tish?
My story? Man. You ever heard of Rothgar? Well, it's a small part of High Rock in the mountains there. We lived in a small village under the shadow of Mount Sorrow. Our tribe was the Gorlana. But it got swallowed up along with most other small tribes into the bigger ones during the squabbles. That's my name, Gorlana Tish. The chief was looking for young wives and had his beady eye on me, so I up and left overnight. My mother was sleeping, but my father caught me at the door of our hut, all set, ready to go with my pack. He knew. He never said a word. He just grabbed my face in one hand, lifting me onto my toes, and with his thumb, drew a line from my nose down over my lips. He let me down, then placed his hand on my shoulder with a slight nod. Man, I can tell you that was intense. You see, we don't do that kind of lovey shit most men and mare do. No way. But it meant everything to me. Sometimes I wish I could cry like you milk drinkers. I was quite young then. Had been down the mines for most of my childhood. I'll never forget, every morning when I woke up, the very first thing I would do is just gaze up at that mountain and watch the clouds kind of get wrapped around it. Yeah, Mount Sorrow. I'll have to go back there someday.
What about B, you know, Bersalak? How did you meet him? Was it on the battlefield?
No, nothing like that. It wasn't long after I left the Blades.
あ、こいつブレイズやったんや。
You were in the Blades?
へえ。
Yeah, but I don't talk about it, okay?
Okay.
I was crossing over the border from here, from Cyrodiil into Skyrim. It was quite high up in the Jarl Mountains, and man, it was so cold. A storm was whipping up the slope, and I knew I had to get to shelter before nightfall. Find a cave, or an overhang, or I would freeze to death. So I kept going. All of a sudden, I saw a clearing, away over the gorge. I knew there had been a recent avalanche, but I had no choice. I followed the fresh snow, and after a while, my way was blocked by a crevasse. It wasn't too wide, but I figured too wide for a jump, so I followed it looking for a narrow gap. I could see one up ahead. Man, it looked like I was getting lucky. But as I got closer, I could make out what looked like, I don't know, some kind of debris. But there was this guy. No kidding you, Rigmor. Upside down wedged in this hole. This crevasse. With his legs sticking out into the air. I mean, he looked frozen to death. A block of ice. There. Hanging upside down in this crevasse. Thank my lucky stars, a way over. So I took a running jump, landed on his fat ass, and propelled myself out of the hole. Oh my. But by dying, this poor guy saved my life. I couldn't leave him like that. I mean, normally I wouldn't have hung around, as I wasn't quite out of the danger zone yet. It was getting dark and the wind, it was like howling. So I lassoed this guy's legs and pulled his body out of the hole. It was the least I could do, right?
まあなんかどっかで拾ったみたい
I
な
mean,
感
he
じ
was
やな。
gone, frozen stiff. Even parts of his beard snapped off in my fingers. And even under all that ice, you could tell the blood had rushed to his head. Which looked like a giant fucking frozen plum. I didn't have time to stay around, or I'd be joining him. So anyway, sometime later, as I was coming down the mountain, I ran into about 8 or 9 bandit marauders looking for a quick septum. I mean, I was fucked, Rigmor, but they weren't going to take me without a fight. That's what we Orsimer do. We fight. So I took a couple out, but these other guys were getting the better of me, tough bastards. I was going down and I was shouting, "Come on, you motherfuckers, give it your best fucking shot." I took a blade in the guts. Uh-oh, I thought, I'm fucking done here. Then I hear this roar, it was like over my shoulder, and I was like, hey, this has gotta be a fucking bear or something, right? I was blacking out. My sword slipped from my fingers and I was going down. And for the first time, in a long time, I felt warm. It was weird. I was face down in the dirty snow. I mean, I could taste it. While all this shit was going on like a blur all around me. I just wanted to sleep. I said my last words with an oath to Malakath. Take me, Malakath. Let it be known I fought and died with honor, and look favorably on my clan as worthy of your gratitude. I woke up. Only the gods know how long I'd been under, but there, on a rock, sat this big fucking guy. No shit, Rigmor. The same guy I had pulled out of that hole with the frozen fucking plum head.
No way.
I mean, I should have died back there.
なんかこの段階になっ
really
て、
bad way. You
な
know,
んで
he
いき
took
なり
care
こ
of
の
me.
多くの
Stitched
人
my
に
wounds, washed
尺
and
を
dressed
使うんか
me,
な。
fed me, and even
なん
took
で
me
こ
for
こ
a
にフォ
shit
ーカ
when I
スすん
needed
ねや
one. And has never, to this day, uttered one single word.
That is quite something, Tish.
Saved my life, like I saved his, I guess. I haven't been able to shake his fat ass since. He's like fucked up in there somewhere. Maybe it was all that time hanging upside down with his ass sticking in the air. I don't know.
Oh my days.
So yeah, I've been looking out for him ever since.
Do you have any regrets?
Hey, I'd better be getting back. B's not too good if I'm not there when he wakes up. And we don't want that, right?
Thanks, Tish.
No sweat, Rigmor. See you around.
なんでティッシュさんにそんなに話時間割いたんやろうな、ここ。
Hey.
でまた止まった臭い。またクエスト止まった臭いな。これか。124。はい。私たちも少し休もう。
Yeah. I could sleep for 100 years.
朝まで眠ると。はい、じゃあ今回ここで終わっておこう。なんかすごい中途半端っていうか、キリがいいんだか悪いんだかよくわからんけど。それではまた次回お会いしましょう。